This review will focus mainly on quadratics. So some of the key ideas about quadratics are that we have the three different forms, the factored form, the standard form, and the graphing form or the vertex form. Okay, so when we're dealing with the quadratics, we need to decide which of the three forms is going to be appropriate equation for the type of information that we're given. Some other key ideas are we have symmetry. Okay, so there's symmetry in the factored form in that we can find the zero in between, the vertex in between the two zeros that the factors give us. The graphing form gives us the vertex directly, and the standard form doesn't give us the vertex directly. Okay, but in the standard form, we can use Vieta's formula where the middle p, that's the same p in the vertex form, is going to be equal to negative b over 2a. And that will give us the vertex from the standard form. So even from the standard form, we can get the middle or the vertex. That happens to be part of the quadratic formula. Okay? Negative b plus minus square root over 2a is the quadratic formula, and that's just the first part of the quadratic formula. Okay, so when we're dealing with a question like this, we have a parabola. It's given a vertex, so that's key information, that vertex, and a point at 0, 1. That's a y-intercept. So although this happens to give us information about that c, okay, because it's 0, 1, really we want to use the vertex form. The vertex form is much easier to deal with. Okay, so we're going to start by putting in that information, the vertex, into the vertex form. So what form is convenient? Definitely the vertex. Okay, that's one we want to choose. And we're going to put it into the equation y equals, the vertex is going to be x minus 5. It's going to be the opposite for x. Don't forget the square. And then minus 4, same for 4. The signs are the same here. Now what's really important, and I'm going to do this in a different color, is that we don't forget the a. The a is really important because that's really what we're going to solve for. And we're going to use the other coordinate to solve for that. So given the coordinate 0, 1, it happens to be a y-intercept, but it could be any coordinate. We put the y equals a 0 minus 5 squared minus 4. That x and y have to go as a pair. Okay, so that x and y, this x and y here, that's not the y, the x here, x is 1, y is 0. Okay, this has to, that pair of the x and y pair have to be a pair in the equation. Okay, so once we have that plugged in, we'd only have the a to solve for, so we end up with adding 4 to both sides, squaring the negative 25 to get positive 25, so squaring the negative 5 to get positive 25, and then solving for a, we get 5 over 25, which reduces to 1 over 5. Okay, so there's my final equation, y equals 1 over 5 x minus 5 squared minus 4. So there is the equation of the parabola in its vertex form. This next question gives us roots. So when we talk about roots, we're talking about the factored form. So we want the factored form for this equation, roots. Okay, those go together. The factored form and roots go together, so I'm going to first start by writing the factored form. Y equals, again, do not forget the a. There's an a involved here. X minus 5, x plus 6. Okay, if we put a plus something on this, this is no longer factored form. we never have a plus something at the end of the factored form. Okay, that makes it not factored as soon as we put a plus in there. Okay, so there's our equation. We just need to solve for a. So again, I'm just going to use the coordinate that I have here, 2 and 5, to substitute for the x and y. So plugging that in, I get 5 for y, 2 for x. Again, x and y have to come in a pair in the equation, so we get a times -3 times +8. So we get -24a is equal to 5, so a is equal to 5 over -24. Okay, so now we solve for a. We can write the equation in its the proper form. We're going to get y equals -5 over 24 x minus 5 x plus 6. So there's our final equation. That's our quadratic equation. This time we put it into factored form.